Okay, this will probably be a quick video because there's not really much to talk about in that game, unfortunately. It's on my way to just getting ready to record this. I was just thinking about how excited you are, or I am, or was before a game, the build up all week, listening to everybody talk on podcasts, on, the different pundits and what have you. It's a big game, and then the reality after it ends the way it has for us as Everton fans, it's just like, man, I was so excited, and now I feel like crap. But I'm not going to sit here and act like the world's over, because things for Everton this season could be a lot worse. We all know what's gone down, but I guess the best way I can summarize my feelings about that game is I was in the bar watching it with a buddy, and we got into at 4-0. We got into a little bit of a heated debate. It wasn't an argument. No, we weren't mad at each other, but my frustration from the game was clearly pouring out, and I was just so just upset at everything I had been seeing, and from it just looked like Chelsea came up. In the end, his stance was that we came out flat, and I was arguing that there's a little bit of a gulf in class here, because they were just running around our players, running circles around players. I don't even want to call players out, but it seemed like we were just second to every ball, and they were breaking and getting past our defenders left and right. It didn't matter what side of the pitch or in the middle of the pitch. It just looked like they were having their way with us, and I thought that was a little bit of a gulf in class. But you know what? I think my buddy was actually right. They did come out flat, because one of his arguments was that we beat that team, and they had arguably better players then, and we had our worst setup then, and we won, at Goodison. So maybe the Goodison factor, helped us too, and I'm sure it probably did, but we had nothing for this game. We did come out flat. I hated to admit that, but they came out flat. But I also think I'm a little right in that except for up top with Richarlison and Dom, I'm not sure we had anything to match what they had. Gomez was quiet all game. I can't think of one good thing he did. Maybe I'm being harsh because of how negative the game went, but I can't think of one good thing he did. Definitely not anything good Sigurdsson did. Tom Davies, Bernard was out there. Walcott came on. Moise Kean came on. Only thing was there was a chance early in the first half where Richarlison's running at him. He lays it off to Dom, and Dom misses it, which we're used to at least one of those a game. He had a good chance. He should have scored there if he's in the form we want to believe he's in, which he may not be. Congratulations to him on his contract and everything. I'm still happy we signed him, but sheesh, man. I think this probably puts us out of the Europe discussion. I'm kind of tired of that anyway. Every year, at least one part of the year where we as fans are going, oh, we don't want Europe. Oh, yes, we do want Europe. And it's like, well, we ain't getting it. So how about that? That's what it is now. Chelsea just looked they just looked better than us. They look like they deserve to be in the Champions League places. I don't know if they're a Champions League team. They're really going to threaten to win the Champions League. No. But they deserve to be in fourth place, if that's what it is. I think that's what place they're in. And we look like we deserve to be in 12th or 13th now, whatever. Judging by that performance, I don't know. I had sort of had the little hope that we'd rally at halftime like we've been doing the last couple games. But they just came out and let two more come in as quickly as they had let the two go in the first half. And I'm in a bar with a bunch of Chelsea fans. It's not a Chelsea bar, but they came to our bar, which I was dreading that part anyway, and Everton didn't help me out at all. I just got to hear them yelling and shouting and chanting all game, which is miserable. So, the only thoughts I have is, man, I can't wait to. I hope there's some players we can get that can make us competitive with teams like that next season. I mean, Ancelotti's talking about we should be challenging for Champions League spots next season, and I can't see it from that. Like, I think we'd be lucky, not lucky, but we should just hope for Europe next season, not Champions League, because we couldn't keep up with them. They had and Ross Barkley was even getting loose on us and making passes and splitting our defense. And this little bitty dude, I don't know, Guillermo, who all their fans were ranting about as if he was the magic elixir. And maybe he was. I wasn't watching him too much, but everybody in the center of their pitch was doing their job. Willian hit us up again, which I always am worried about him. He was getting some joy. I don't know what players are out there that we can have that can make us as competitive as Chelsea looked in that game. It seems like we got a couple more seasons before we'll be that good. I don't think we'll be knocking on the door of Chelsea's and Tottenham's and United and them being like, hey, we're coming for your spots. We seem at least a couple seasons off from that. Even if you do find the right midfielder, now we needed probably a goalkeeper, because even though some of those shots from Chelsea were great, I still feel like Pickford should have got to some of them. Maybe I'm just biased because he's always letting balls in over on his right, it seems, lately. I don't know what that is. It seems like every goal they score was over to his right. But whatever. The more I talk about it, the more I think about it, the more upset I feel myself keep just getting, and it's probably not worth all that because the players don't seem to have cared to win that game. So, and I'm sure that's not true. If I was in their spots, they probably were excited to come out, but once it went 2 down, they lost all that, their gumption maybe. But whatever. Next game is Liverpool, and you know, they've been struggling a little bit. Even beat Bournemouth. They beat Bournemouth yesterday, but it wasn't all that convincing to me. I mean, Bournemouth was getting at them. So maybe we should take a page out of Bournemouth's book. Hopefully, I hope that Atletico Madrid, I think it is, has just given everybody the blueprint for how to beat Liverpool. Because right after that loss, they lost to Watford, then they lost to Chelsea, and Bournemouth got a goal in on them. Hopefully, we can all follow that template for how to beat Liverpool, and maybe Everton can finally get that monkey off their back. And if they get that win, this won't look so bad, because it's been forever since we beat our neighborhood rival. So I'm just gonna leave it there. You know, just a terrible game. Up the Toffees.